The Hisense HS3100 is the baby brother of the HS5100. I've already covered the HS5100 in quite a lot of detail, so this review isn't going to be long and detailed. If you want a more in-depth review, be sure to check out the full HS51 review. I'll leave a link in the description down below. The HS5100 is a 5.1 channel system that includes 2 rear speakers, a subwoofer and a soundbar. The HS3100 on the other hand is the exact same system, but it doesn't have the rear speakers. Instead, you only get the soundbar and the subwoofer. The HS3100 is a 480W 3.1 channel system which you can't upgrade to an HS5100. So before you run out and buy the HS3100 thinking you can purchase the rear speakers separately later down the line, you can't. The subwoofer on the HS5100 comes with 2 auxiliary ports on the subwoofer which are used to power and send sound to the rear speakers. The subwoofer in the HS3100 package doesn't include these ports, so there's no way for you to add rear speakers to the system. If you want rear speakers, you're better off buying the Hisense HS5100 right from the start, but the HS3100 is still a great option for those looking for only the soundbar and the subwoofer. In the box you'll get both the soundbar and the subwoofer. There's also an HDMI cable and 2 power cables to power both speakers. There's a remote and some mounting brackets for the soundbar. That's about it. Basically the package is identical to the HS5100, instead it doesn't include the rear speakers and the cables for them. When it comes to the design of the system, the Hisense HS3100 soundbar is a lightweight and compact unit. It is 90cm long and 9cm in depth. It is 6cm high, meaning it would likely sit under your TV without blocking any view. You'll just need to make sure the 90cm length can fit across your TV legs or on top of them. The soundbar features a ribbed design on the top with some touch buttons in the center. These buttons are fairly responsive and I was able to turn the volume up and down pretty fast by quickly tapping the plus and minus buttons. The speaker itself is coated in a fabric mesh, which also hides away the display. When it comes to the ports, the soundbar includes a USB Type-A port for music playback, an HDMI port that includes ARC support, an optical port, 3.5mm auxiliary port, and a figure 8 power port. The back also includes 2 mounting sockets if you want to mount this to a wall. When it comes to the subwoofer, this large box is 30cm tall and 16cm wide. There's a fabric ring on the one side and a hole at the back. You'll also find the figure 8 power port at the back with a sync button in case the soundbar disconnects. Again, the subwoofer does not include the left and right auxiliary ports, which are used for the rear speakers in the HS5100 system. Setting up the system was fairly easy, easier than the HS5100 due to the lack of rear speakers. I plugged the soundbar into my HDMI and powered both the speaker and the subwoofer. Once connected, I could automatically control the system with my TV remote. The system comes with a number of sound presets that are selectable by using the included remote. News mode amplifies the spoken word, for example, while game mode seems to increase the highs a bit. I was able to increase the bass and treble on the system too by +5. This does help boost the bass and the treble a bit more compared to out of the box default, but I won't say it is a massive difference. You'll likely max this out too. Keep in mind that the Hisense HS3100 doesn't allow for any other tweaking besides bass and treble. You'll simply have to rely on the equalizer presets to change the sound levels. Another difference between the HS5100 and the HS3100 is the surround sound modes. The HS5100 includes Surround Sound Pro and Surround Sound Pure. The HS3100 only includes Surround Sound Pro. This is a simulated surround sound mode that uses the speakers to fake a sort of surround sound experience. For the most part, it does create a bit more expansive sound, but you won't hear anything behind you. This mode is just there to expand what is already available on the system. Overall, the system did manage to deliver some decent performance. The soundbar did a great job separating the left and right, and mostly everything I tested sounded good. Loud content often did struggle to deliver a real kick, but I was impressed that a system for 3,000 Rand could deliver this level of sound. Of course, you're missing out on the rear sounds here, so you need to take that into consideration too. I would personally just cave in and upgrade the system for the HS5100 to have the rear speakers. Essentially, you're getting the same decent soundbar and subwoofer with the added surround sound feature. But for those who don't want rear speakers or can't accommodate them, this system is quite good for its asking price. Don't get me wrong, it really is the most entry-level system you can find compared to what is out there on the market. However, if you're starting out and want to get rid of those nasty TV speakers, this is a great stepping stone towards improving that sound experience. You'll just need to decide if you want to spend 2,699 Rand on the rear speakerless system, or want to put in the extra and pay 3,299 Rand for the full surround sound system. So those are my thoughts on the Hisense HS3100. Be sure to check out my review of the Hisense HS5100 while you're at it too. I'll leave a link down below. While you're here, please do consider liking and subscribing for more future content like this. I have a whole bunch of Hisense TV reviews coming up in the next few weeks. Also be sure to visit glitch.online for more gaming tech news and reviews. Until next time, farewell.